Speaking of aliens, I want to point out to everyone listening to this
that aliens are real.
that every single
Probably.
UFO, like beam that you've heard of, where like the UFO spaceship had a beam of light that beamed onto the car and followed it for a while, that was just the Black Hawk helicopter before in the 90s, before it came out into the public. We have official documents.
We now?
From Black Hawk pilots when they did the testing? What they would do?
I vaguely remember this.
What they would do is they would go out at night in doing secret missions, and they would spotlight a car and simulate, like plowing it down basically by just following it with a giant ass spotlight on an empty road for a few miles.
Then why did those people think they got abducted by aliens?
Because they're goddamn idiots, and they didn't know what a fucking
Mass
military.
hysteria.
Yeah, they didn't know what a military helicopter was.
Was it the 60s where that lady
was
and her
like-
husband said that they got abducted by aliens and that was the big
Dude,
light?
it was the 60s, the 50s, the 70s, the 80s.
No, like the first one, the
90s.
real big first one. Where it
I
was
don't
that
know.
man
I
and
have
her
no idea.
and his wife, and they were sleep deprived. They were driving outside of Las Vegas. They said there was a beam. They got abducted, and then like they were the one that started like the whole alien is abducting you craze.
I'm definitely feeling late
it was-
50s to early 70s in that area for sure.
Well, it turns out it's just helicopters doing test.
Yeah, makes sense.
That would be sick, dude. Be in a helicopter in the middle of the night, get to
Oh, yeah.
spotlight a car.
Hey, Johnny,
follow-
see if this one crashes.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That'd be
Oh,
fucking
man.
sick. You and your bros in the sky.
Checking out
Hey,
the
hey.
tabloids the
Hey,
next
he's
day.
swerving. He's swerving.
We gotta get in the fucking UFO and chase around a few cars,
It'd be
boys.
fun.
Hell yeah.
We'll see if we can crash one into a post.
God, we haven't abducted a guy in so long. When's the last time we did a good probing?
It's been years.
Eric's favorite, his favorite part, dude. I love the look on your face when we probe a guy.
There's nothing like a good,
I know.
good
I know.
probing, that good in, out,
I would like to say that this podcast episode is brought to us by the letter M. The user who I have seen commenting on a lot of videos lately.
Oh yeah, the letter M.
And
Yeah.
he's just posting M.
Yeah.
And so this is a podcast.
Brought to you by the letter M.
Yeah, thanks to you, bud. Who is the holiday mascot for New Year's?
Who is the holiday mascot
Yeah.
for
New Year?
Who is the holiday mascot
New
for
Year's
New Year's?
baby?
God?
God?
I feel like there's like a New
Which
Year's
god?
baby.
The
A New Year's baby. Well, it doesn't matter. It's lame, whatever it is.
It's
Let's-
a firecracker.
Agreed.
Let's make it like a phoenix. Because
okay.
it's like a new year, so like it dies, right?
It's a
And then
phoenix.
It gets reborn.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Spring is
I-
usually around the corner.
It explodes just like
yeah.
fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the
Um,
fire.
Soldiers are terrified of them. That's
Yeah,
another
of
thing that
course.
Phoenixes have in common with New Year's.
We can name him Blorb.
Blorb.
Blorb the Phoenix.
Blorb the Phoenix.
Blorb the New Year Phoenix.
The New York New Year Phoenix.
The-
He's
yeah,
also he is-
Blorb the New York. He
he's got a real
lives
thick
in New
accent.
York.
he rides the.
He's got a strong Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, He rides the ball on Times Square.
Yeah. The new fucking year is here.
And no fucking year!
That's the sound he makes when he explodes.
It scares all the
He comes
soldiers.
up as little baby Phoenix, and he's like, "Hey, I'm walking here."
Yeah, he says, "Hey, it's the new fucking year."
My name's Polly the Phoenix.
I thought you said his name was Burp.
That's
It
the one
is,
that
but
dies.
when he gets
Oh, he
reborn,
comes
gets a new
back.
name
He's
Polly.
every
He's
time.
always Polly.
He's always Polly.
There's two phases.
And he changes his
Polly and
name
Burp.
halfway through
he
the
goes
year.
through a midlife crisis.
Yeah. Halfway through the year, he's like, God, I gotta change my fucking name.
What have I done with my life?
Why did I name myself Polly? What the fuck was I thinking?
What,
It's a
Polly
girl's
want
name.
a cracker? What
Jesus
the fuck?
Christ. I'm going by Blorb now.
Fucking respectable name people won't make fun of. Everyone knows what a blorb is
What's his fucking problem? Why does he explode at the end of the year?
because he's a phoenix.
Because New York stresses him out.
He gets so stressed out. He becomes progressively more and more angry and red as the year goes on.
Whoa. Did you just say the word progressive?
Dude,
Don't tell me you've gone woke.
we're running an extremist right-wing podcast here.
You
Okay.
sound. You're
we
starting.
got a man fired for our right wing rhetoric.
You're
I
starting-
seriously hope we didn't get you fired, Mr. Mango Jangle,
You're-
whatever the hell. What was his name?
I don't fucking know, dude.
You're
I don't know.
starting to sound a lot like a Taylor Swift fan who is now the #1 enemy of the
Of Meat
woke
Canyon.
culture war. The culture war. She's the #1 enemy.
Is she?
And you know why?
Why?
Because she told people to register to vote.
Do you see her crying in front of her parents?
No, why'd
Yeah,
you do
there's
that?
a video of her crying in front of her parents about politics, and it's so embarrassing to watch. It's so
Oh.
embarrassing. She's like the #1 most like.
She's huge right
She's
now.
huge.
She's a queen right now.
It's insane. How did she become? How did she?
I know,
fucking,
out of nowhere, right?
yeah.
People like cringe, man.
It's not that, dude. I mean, she did that fucking "Marry Me, Juliet, I'm never gonna
Yeah.
be alone." She did that when I was in
Or-
high school. That was
or-
like 10 years ago.
fuck is this that we're
you
talking
wear
about?
short skirts, I wear sneakers. You're
Oh
a
my God.
cheerleader, and I'm on the bleachers.
Why did she make so much music and then now all of a sudden she's huge?
I don't know.
Also,
It's like
Oh.
it's like retro.
Well, you just mean Taylor
fame.
Swift in general?
Yes,
Yeah,
she's
she makes-
massive right now.
and 10 years ago, I thought she was big, but now
Yeah.
she's like the biggest pop star
Yeah,
in the
like
world.
10 years ago, she
Actually-
was like #2, like under Carrie Underwood. I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now, no chance.
I
Yeah.
think I heard an explanation for this.
She fucked that guy from the NFL.
No, it's
yeah, she's like, so
because
she's dating him now.
That's part of her appeal is the parasocial relationship.
She's your
but
mom.
No, she's kind of a relic of an
What?
age, and she's the only one still going this strong right now, and people want that because it's going away.
What, the 13-year-old and the 12-year-old little girls care about the age? That doesn't seem
What?
right.
What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
no, no.
He's like,
It's-
she's a
No,
relic
no,
of an
let him
age.
cook. Let him cook.
Yeah, let him cook. Let him cook.
No. She's offering an experience that just isn't being offered anywhere. Who's the new superstars since then? Who's the biggest pop sensation who went on to make continued albums and didn't just fizzle out immediately?
Billie Eilish. The only one that comes to mind. I don't know.
She
Do
doesn't
you like
have a
Billie
track
She's
Eilish?
been pissing people off recently.
Has she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
she doesn't
fucking
have
hot.
Tay Swift's thing. I don't think I've ever actually heard Billie Eilish. I hear she's fine.
She's got like she does like mumble rap pop music.
Yeah, it's not really my thing. So
No,
wouldn't-
it's mostly that her brother makes like really sick instrumentals, and then she sings over them. So it doesn't really matter what she does. Her brother's the talent in that band.
well, it doesn't matter one way or another to me. I've never really heard her stuff. I don't.
There
feel-
used to be a website called Countdown for Billy or something, where it was a countdown track until she turned 18.
Jesus.
Oh,
it was one of
Jesus
the-
Christ.
It was one of the most like embarrassing things.
I mean, those have existed for a while. You remember the Olsen twins? There
Yes,
was,
of
a
course.
huge countdown
Jesus.
for them.
it's the most. I remember the one for Cleopatra actually.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, she's still got 3 years left, Patrick.
I'm just doing my best to make Will uncomfortable. I'm just saying, I've never seen that fucking show.
Yeah.
I've seen the fan art. I know what she looks like in the fucking Rule 34.
You know,
Mhm.
you want to
and
hear?
she ain't 15 in the Rule
you know the
34.
game
That's all
Hades?
I'm saying.
You know the game Hades?
Yes.
So I've never played Hades.
Really?
Yeah, you know, this is going to be a slightly embarrassing story.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So I don't know anything about the game at zero. I still don't to this day.
Yeah.
Someone like mentioned Hades and they were like, "Oh, have you ever seen?" I was like, "Oh, I've seen some media." And I was like, "Yeah, he dates that Minotaur, right?" And they were like, "No, he doesn't date a Minotaur at all. What are you talking about?" And I was like,
You talking about the Gorgon head?
I don't know what it is. It's just
what
a Minotaur,
did you get
dude.
somebody dating a Minotaur
Dude,
from?
I've just seen porn of him getting fucked by a Minotaur.
Well, okay.
The only thing I
There
know
we
about
go.
Hades is his porn.
Wait, you're not gay. Why would you see?
Yeah,
why
why
would
are
you
you-
What do
see?
you think? You don't think I browse websites that just happen to have pictures on it?
I'm
Okay,
not
I mean,
saying-
if you
sure.
go to rule34.com and like type something in, you
Yeah,
will.
if you put in Zagreus from Hades, you're probably going to get him fucking a Minotaur. That's just what's going to
I
happen.
mean, no, if you just like put up a general category or
If
something
you're just
like
browsing,
that.
you
yeah.
see anything.
The real thing here is
Like
that Will
sometimes-
actually saw this on E621.
Like
Yeah.
sometimes
just-
I'll go
I
on
looked it
there and
up.
just type in animated to see what kind of gifs that they've been making lately.
Oh,
Also-
yeah. That's
Yeah,
always
also-
in some
also-
that's
classic.
gay as fuck. Let me
Straight
tell you.
women look at gay porn and get off. What straight men can't look at gay porn and get off? Jeez.
Okay, you have just definitely changed the paradigm of that. I mean, 100% straight men, no, they cannot.
My wife is so disgusted by gay pornography, but I've known so many women that just like basically just only get off to gay porn. Because it's like, it's two dudes, and if you're into dudes, then it's two guys. I get that. Same thing as like women,
I'm honestly
for two
not
women for
like
men.
super into like lesbian porn. Like, it doesn't really do much for me.
But you're
Futa
really
porn
into
is
gay
fine.
porn. Okay.
Like, futa porn is fine because like I'm seeing the dick action,
Yeah.
but it's all just sexy women.
Okay.
So like it fools part of my
It's a
brain
slippery slope.
into just being like, well, for me, I don't care, dude.
Eric,
I've
Eric's
said
gonna
before,
be.
I could, potentially get with a transgender person.
You
who
could.
had
I could see you with a transgender person.
I'd
Who
be
is your
fine with
Hollywood
it.
crush? Who's your male Hollywood crush?
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
Me? No, I know who mine is.
Okay.
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let Eric say his first.
Early 2000s Johnny Depp. He looks a little frumpy nowadays.
Fucking-
Okay.
Whatever.
All right.
Mine's the guy who played Scarecrow in the Batman movies. Oppenheimer.
Oh, yeah,
the
he's
guy
a
who plays
little twink.
Oppenheimer.
Okay. All right.
God, I love that boy. Cillian Murphy. God, he's so hot.
Hmm.
He's so insanely hot. He does it for me on like a level that like no other guy in Hollywood does.
See, I don't really find a male representing person particularly attractive. Like, I got to see some manner of femininity.
You got to have curves. You
Not
don't like
necessarily.
shoulders and
Need-
tiny.
you need some
I
wide
have a
hips.
lot of variation, like as far as like what's okay and what's not.
I'm glad
Like,
we're into
do you-
what Eric jacks off to for
Do you
this
remember
podcast.
on
Eric,
Fit when it was a meme to send like just do big pic chains of of men with wide hips?
yeah, pear-shaped bodies.
Yeah.
yeah. Pear-shaped
Yeah.
men are unfortunate.
It is.
Yes, I've seen a few.
Oh gosh, you're just like.
Speaking of wide-shaped men, I tried on that cock ring that I got.
Okay.
Oh, how was
Yeah,
that?
it's an entirely different experience than not wearing a cock ring. I've got to say.
I've never worn a cock ring, so
Neither
I can't
have
say.
I. It is quite an experience. It's very strange. However,
Was
let
that
me
just
preface.
for you, or was that you and your wife?
It's for both of us. But
Okay.
so I opened my Amazon package the other day, and
Yeah.
inside of the Amazon package
Yes.
was a gravestone for my dead cat. Just
And?
had a picture of my cat, and it said "Here lies Ninja," and then like the dates,
Beautiful.
and then right on top of it was a cock ring. And I was
If that isn't just Patrick's life in a nutshell.
anyways, wearing a cock ring's fucking weird. It's like mildly constricting, so you kind of always like if you can get a boner in a cock ring, you cannot lose the boner. That's the weird part.
Isn't
I
that
see
part of
the
the
appeal.
draw to some extent?
Yeah, I was like, I see
'cause
the
it,
appeal.
keeps the blood in there.
It
Yeah.
definitely does. Also, your dick never looks nicer than it does in a cock ring. It's like you remember like when you were like
So it's like a choker, but for your dick.
Now
Yeah, you
wait,
remember-
is this the type of cock ring that you slip the balls through as well?
yeah, I mean not all of them work that way, but like that
I
one
don't
does.
know. I don't know if I'm into that.
Dude, it's hard to get my balls in that thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like, I had to stretch that shit open and then do one nut at a time like I was
Oh.
loading a shotgun.
I was just thinking of it like those cave diving stories where they have to
We'll
like,
like
put
that
the,
visual.
where they have to put the scuba tank through the gaps because it's
Yeah,
too small,
yeah, yeah.
and then they have to like scoot through the gap themselves
Yeah, it
and
was
put
a
their
little
scuba
bit like
tank
that.
back on.
I just listened to a horrifying scuba like cave diving story.
You don't listen to Mr. Ballin, do you?
No, not particularly.
Yeah, he's got a lot of those.
Yeah, dude, cave diving is brutal.
I would never.
You could not catch me.
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
You guys want to put on the cock ring?
No.
I'll try it. I'm gonna guess.
Okay,
not.
yeah, you
No.
I haven't done anything in it yet. I've just
Nah.
put it on like twice.
Yeah,
once for myself and then once to show my wife like, look at what this looks like.
I will say I want to see it.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the
I want to see it. I want to see the cock ring.
Oh, I thought you meant my dick in the cock ring, but
We'll see where things go.
it's
Honestly, I'm not
imagine
entirely
your
sure.
imagine your dick at the hardest your dick has ever been in your life, like uncomfortably hard. And then imagine what that looks like with like the veins and shit.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah,
my dick
it's
always
just
goes
that.
to absolute maximum hardness.
Does
every
it?
time.
Mine does not.
Yeah, well, you have a much bigger dick than me, though.
Yeah.
To be fair. Wow.
I can barely get this thing on though.
That is.
Like, to be fair, like your dick goes through this one.
Right, and then the balls.
not gonna lie,
balls go through
the big one.
The rose makes me laugh.
The rose is a vibrator.
It makes me laugh.
Yeah. It vibrates really fucking hard, so that if like you're fucking a lady, then her clit rubs against the rose while it's vibrating.
Right.
Yeah.
So he hasn't. So you're the only one who's tried it on, so to speak.
Yeah. You want to try it?
Nah. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done anything with it except for put it on twice and then put it back in the box.
Okay.
I
enough.
haven't
Fair
jacked
enough.
off with it or anything. Like I just put it on and was like, let me see what it looks like if I get a boner.
Eric,
And then I got a boner. I was like, this is nuts.
We've told you how to play. What are the chances, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I think I remember this
Eric,
one.
what are the-
If you ask him, he gets the choice to ask you. I'll remember you. I'll remind you. That is the rules. If he does not get
What
it,
is the chances you hold the cock ring for 5 seconds?
1 out of 10.
All right. 3, 2, 1,
7.
4.
Oh, thank God.
Damn it. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
all right.
So
What are the chances, Will?
I'm way too squeamish. 1 out of 20. Or does it have to be the same? I don't think it has to be the same.
the same,
Does it have
yes,
to be?
because you
Aw,
fucking-
1 out of 10. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
3.
all right, no, I'll say it.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
8.
5.
Oh, gosh.
you son of a bitch.
My heart.
Oh,
you guys
my
are
heart was
lucky.
running.
You guys are lucky.
All
One
right.
of these days for the podcast, I'm just going to bring like a giant dildo I've got in here and just slap Will with it really hard. Watch him react, really.
Make sure you use it first and don't clean it, though.
I've got a fucking, what do they call it? I got a fleshlight in here, too.
Mm.
I got an assortment of things I could hit Will with to make him
I'm
uncomfortable.
sure you do.
I could take it out of the plastic, too,
I was
make it
gonna
all
say,
floppy and
if
just
it's
slap
in the
him with it.
plastic, wouldn't it hurt? Because
Yeah,
the
you can take
plastic
it
is
out.
hard on the
It's-
outside. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's all floppy.
Yeah. I had basically what amounted to just the insert portion.
Oh, yeah, did it break?
I just threw it away eventually.
Really?
After when I broke up with my ex and moved, it felt weird to carry with me from
I
house
feel
to
like-
house.
What was it, her pussy? Like, molded up there? What? You were like, this just reminds me of bad times.
I feel like the
Oh,
fleshlight
no, it
with
just,
the
yeah.
hard plastic kind of sucks.
On the outside?
Yeah.
It's so you can, like, grip it.
Well,
It's
I don't know. I feel like I don't know if these are real, but because I've only ever seen them in like hentai and shit. But the ones that kind of look squishy,
Mm-hmm.
Ona holes.
yeah,
Yeah, Ona holes.
those seem better.
They
that was
break.
kind of like that.
They
It had
break?
Yeah, they break after like only a little bit of usage.
Oh.
Take it
that
from the
one lasted
champ.
a minute. The one that I had, it was
Did
like
it?
made entirely out
Fucking
of like
calm down, then. Jesus Christ,
some sort of like
Get a little bit too excited.
you rub the friction a little bit too
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I've only
latex
ever
and
had
stuff.
one Ona hole thing like that didn't break, and it's that one. So I spent like $150 on that one because I was like, I'm gonna put down some money, and then I'm gonna like see if this one breaks.
He's just looking.
Eric's
for it.
looking for it. It's in the closet, Eric. It's in the top shelf.
$150. Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
it's on the
Eric
top
wants to
shelf of
see
the
it.
closet.
There needs it.
Now I do need to see that they.
They're pretty expensive. They're not cheap.
$150.
Yeah, it's like a fleshlight brand fleshlight.
Fleshlight.
It's brand name, Eric.
It's the brand. He paid for the brand.
Yeah, it's top shelf on top of the big
Who's the
plastic
big brands
bag.
in the fleshlight business?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that's a big
That is a
bag.
classic fleshlight right
yeah, it's
there.
the classic. It's brand name.
It is the classic.
You're scared to open it. It's yeah, it says private on the top of it. I've never
Private,
noticed
yeah.
that. I've never once noticed
Why
that.
is it crusty?
Well, I mean, it's no reason.
Okay. It's got a lot of frosting on it.
I put it in the
Just a
dishwasher
joke
every
gift,
now
you
and
know?
again. I mean, I clean it. I put it in the dishwasher.
It looks. If
I
I
would
was a
just run mine
child,
out through the sink.
I would find that thing as a child and be like, wow, what a flashlight this is.
You want to know a thing that I did as a child that I didn't know was a thing until I was an adult?
what?
I found there used to be this thing under my parents' bed
Yeah.
that was right under where my mother slept.
Oh yeah.
And I used to get that thing out all
was
the
it
time.
the massager?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to get that
the
out all the time and
massager.
massage my muscles. And I've put that thing against my face. I put it against literally every part of my body because I thought it was so nice.
This thing smells weird.
Yeah, and it did too. I just had no concept of what I was doing. It was definitely the dirty fucking jack-off massager for my mother.
Lovely.
And
Awesome.
yeah, I wonder where that thing is. I wonder if they threw that away.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, those generally don't last super duper long.
I didn't realize that until I was
eventually
like,
you want to replace it.
Yeah,
you wanna know what's
crusty old
fucked?
sex toys. You know, you don't have. I've had this one for 15 years. Like, please God,
All right,
throw that
listen,
away right
listen.
I was
this
like
second.
26.
Stop the podcast. Listen, viewer, listener, buddy. Hey, you sitting right there listening to this.
Listen. Hey. Listen
No,
here.
no.
Thing looks like a weapon.
Listen, if you have a sexual device,
Oh, it dripped. It dripped.
It's got water in it.
Sure. Just let's just don't take a big sniff off of it.
if you have a sexual
I
device
told you I put it in the dishwasher.
that you've had for more than a year, it's time to replace it.
Oh, no, man. These things last forever. I've had this for like 5 years, easy.
Okay, all right.
You pay enough money for it. It's quality products, all right?
All right,
Yeah, if you buy a real doll, you're not throwing it away after a
If
year.
you paid enough money that it's quality and you keep it clean, you can keep it. But if you don't, and you don't keep it clean, get rid of it.
I was
It's
like
time.
26 when I realized that was a vibrator that I had been using my entire childhood. I was not an adult. I was so far removed from like maturing until because in my mind it was just the thing that we used to like massage our shoulders.
And you were
Right.
such a little fucking pervert.
I
too.
know.
This is like baffling.
I know. I didn't realize until I was way too late, and then I was like, I wish when I die, I want to go to like with the afterlife and then be like, God, pull up the moment I realized that massager was not a massager.
I'm just imagining the Stewie Griffin, like his eyes go like wide. And
It's
he's
just
like,
me. It's just me sitting in the car driving home from work. You can just see it on my face as a slow realization. I just start screaming and like punching the window. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the
I
idea.
rub
Like
my
there's
face with my mom's pussy juice.
We all did. To be fair,
I mean, at least the one time.
at least the one time our faces were smeared with our mother's pussy juice.
Probably some blood.
So
Yeah,
you know that new
placenta.
movie that came out, Night Swim?
Yeah, I keep
Yeah,
hearing
yeah,
it's
yeah,
awful.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It was absolutely trash. Got like a 28 on Rotten Tomatoes.
What's the plot of that movie?
5 out of 10 on IMDb.
Jesus.
Plot of it, to sum it up, is essentially a pool is haunted, I think, and people keep getting teleported to like a different dimension where they.
Yeah, we talked
Die.
about. I showed you that video. I was like, "Is it like that video?"
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, yeah, and I have to say, if you went and saw this, you only have yourself to blame. The trailers were awful, and you only have yourself to blame or your YouTube career because the only people watching this are idiots
Yeah.
and YouTubers.
You know, I was watching a video today about a guy talking about how like people who watch that kind of stuff are only generally watching that kind of stuff, even if they're like, if it's bad, they might have fun with it.
Yeah.
But that like hatred and anger sells so well on the internet through YouTube reviews.
Oh, it funded this one season of Velma. You saw that, right?
You have to like
Yeah, hate
basically.
vitriol. Yeah, hate
Yeah.
watching things is a thing.
It's not even like rage bait,
but you
because a
can
lot of
go
that
too
stuff is
far.
rage bait.
Like weirdly, if you try too hard to rage bait somebody, doesn't work.
This isn't
My
rage
brain's-
bait though.
My brain's leaving the subject. Who was the person we're focusing in on right now for the rage baiting?
Nice. It wasn't a person. We were just saying on YouTube, people make like content where like they basically
was the
collectively
example?
hate on a thing.
The example was
Night Swim?
The
Night
movie Night
Swim,
Swim
right,
is
right.
awful, and I was saying that the only reason my joke was the only reason you would go watch it is you're either stupid or you're a YouTuber.
Which
Yes,
I am
yes,
both
okay.
of those things, and I would definitely watch it.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
see
just
when
saying.
it jumps on Tubi.
By that point, everybody's already made a video about it, and then I can't get any views.
Who cares?
Me, dude.
Well,
I care.
how about this? Make a good video and you'd get views.
I can't, dude. I'm not.
Why don't you make quality
I'm not
content?
funny.
you
I
fucking
can't I can't make good things. Dude,
No,
I
you can't.
was walking back with my boss up to the office today. We went out to like a thing.
Yeah.
And we were walking back to the office, and my boss was like, "Yeah, I always wanted to be like a board certified like specialty doctor thing, right?"
Yeah.
I don't want to say it because it'll give it away, but like like there are like 50 of them alive in the entire world. He was like, that was the dream.
Surgeon General.
Yeah, he was like, that was the dream. That's what I wanted to do. And I was like, yeah, well, I always wanted to be like a famous like musician. So, I mean, you know, things don't work out. Sometimes you like, you know, your plans, they come to nothing, and you just got to dream and to dream. And he was like, yeah, but you're a famous YouTuber. I was like, yeah, dude, famous YouTuber. And then the other guy that was with us was like, infamous, actually. More infamous. And I was like, this is going to be my life now. Everybody at my work knows that I make YouTube stuff, and they're just going to bully me for making YouTube stuff for the rest of my career.
We have a guy, but we have
A gabagool? We got a gabagool.
Yeah.
We got a
Sorry,
gabagool.
I
We got a
slipped-
fucking
I slipped
gabagool.
I slipped into our alien language for a second.
No, that was actually the Phoenix. That was the Brooklyn
Right.
Phoenix.
So what was I gonna say?
He passes through every now and again.
Yeah.
What was my sentence
To get some
before
He
this?
said it's the fucking new year. You said there was a guy at work.
Oh yeah, he also does YouTube. And
Does he?
He
Does he?
reviews toys apparently.
Cool.
that's-
Shout him out.
Interesting.
I don't know his channel name. I just know what he does.
Man, fuck him.
I'll find his
kidding.
channel name out. And we'll shout him out.
Yeah, shout him out.
We
Fuck
we call him Bowleg at work. He didn't have it. We don't know his name.
Why do you call him Bowleg?
It's
assume
just
he's
what it's
bow-legged.
what the guy who scans the furniture always called him.
Is he cool?
Yeah, he's pretty chill.
Okay. He just reviews like what
Like-
action figures and shit?
Yeah, action figures, inflatables, stuff like that.
Inflatables?
Yeah.
So like adult toys too?
No,
Okay.
What?
I don't watch the channel. I
Okay.
don't know.
Inflatable beach
That's it.
balls,
He-
inflatable pools.
He
Yeah,
reviews like
inflatable
Duplo
toys.
and stuff like this. All this really
Like
targeted
I
to
don't
small
have to
children
I don't have to
content.
look at toys because I don't have any children. So, you know, I'm not out here looking at toy reviews. I don't.
Yeah.
Wait, does he have children?
Yeah,
Okay. I was
think
gonna
so.
say if he
Oh,
doesn't,
is he
I
one
know
of
he
those-
has a wife.
Is he one of those guys who
Okay.
exploits his children to like make kids content on
no,
YouTube?
I don't think so. I think he actually does legitimately.
that's gonna be me,
review them.
dude. I'm gonna exploit the shit out of my children to make content.
Hey! We need a couple more 1,000 subscribers before we start grooming
how
the
we
children.
would
I thought you were
them.
gonna. I thought you were gonna say, hey, our children. Just slowly
Our
slide your hand over and grab mine.
Hey, can we have a
Our
debate?
children.
Sure.
Is photography art?
It can be, and it can be, just like documentation.
Photography
Well,
makes
there is documentary photography. That's a whole genre.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
photography makes art. That would be like my argument. Like you can't be like all of this is photography.
So
you know?
we're basically agreeing it matters on the intent.
yeah.
It
So,
would be
like, for
situational.
example-
No, actually, I disagree. You could completely make art accidentally through photography.
Okay, so you think all of it's art. So because
Not-
what I'm saying is, for instance, I was watching this history of photography, and like the lady giving the class was like, for instance, the first photographers, while they wouldn't consider themselves photographers, they would consider themselves scientists because they invented the cameras and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We would consider them photographers, and we would consider what they did pictorialism, which is, you know, basically what realism is for photographers.
I just cringed internally because I remembered that there is a guy who made a camera who went viral on Twitter, who made a camera that's just like, and you, since you're into photography, you're going to love this. He basically made a fucking Kodak camera
Yeah.
that you hold,
Yeah.
and then you put in text into the screen on the back of the camera, and then press a button, and then it generates you a picture with AI.
Ah, interesting.
And then he was like, yes, now you can take pictures of places that you aren't there. And he was like, so fucking smug about it. And that just fucking made me so angry. Patrick, put up a picture of that fucking smug cunt. And I think
AI tools are very interesting.
It's literally just the fucking Dolly AI thing.
Yeah, I did listen to Joshua.
It's a camera that does it.
I did listen to Joshua Graham debating with Batman over Killing not too long ago. And it was Kevin Conroy's voice and then, Joshua Graham's voice from Fallout New Vegas.
I guess what you're asking is, you asked, like, do I think that all photography is art? I would say all photography has the capacity to be art.
Okay.
Whether or not it is art is inherently up to, like, the substance that is produced, not the action.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't consider, photographing my car
or your
after
balls.
getting a fender bender art.
Ironically,
that's just me getting, pictures of the damage so I can give it to my insurance.
Ironically, I might consider scanning your ass on the office like scanner and copier art. I might consider that art.
I think
it's art the same way that fart jokes are art.
It's kind of like a performance thing. Like I kind of am like,
crass, but it could be
congrats.
Very,
you just came back to crass humor.
Baseline artistic.
Yeah. It's a
funny performance.
Is it because
piece.
it's creative that makes it art?
Maybe. I think again we're getting into like what's your intentions of doing it. Is this your way of artistically expressing your rebellion against your
I guess that's
boss,
true, yeah.
Or are you just doing this to be an asshole?
Yeah. Are you doing it because you think it's really funny? And it depends on the IQ of the individual. if they're fucking
apparently this is a very hotly debated topic in like the artist community.
What's that?
Whether photography is art.
Well, I mean, if it's the Down Undertaker taking fucking photographs, then I don't think it's going to be art. No.
Yeah.
If it's like fucking, if it was me or you, then maybe. If it's fucking famed photographer who knows what he's fucking doing, then probably. The scale goes up the more intelligent the person is somehow.
Like that guy who took the picture of the little starving African child and then shot himself.
Did he really?
He did kill himself. I don't remember if he shot himself. But
did he do it right afterwards?
Not right afterwards, no.
First, sorry, I was imagining.
He won like a Nobel Prize for the amazing picture, and then he was just like, I watched that child die. And then he like killed himself.
I legitimately thought you were saying he did it like and immediately. He was like, all right, last photograph I'm ever taking in my life. Took the picture, pulled it out, and just popped.
No. It wasn't quite
that would be art. Legitimately, if I think of suicide and I think of like if somebody just tells me somebody committed suicide, I think of them shooting themselves.
Yeah.
I think that's, I mean, like I'm with you on that. I think that's probably like is that the most common method?
It's got to be, right?
It's the most common succeeded method.
Okay.
Like,
well,
women
that's
try
probably
to kill themselves more often. Men succeed more often because women
are bitches and can't fucking do anything right.
Yeah, we more often use more violent methods. So we just
we're badass. We know what we're fucking doing. We're men. We get it done.
It is a risk versus reward thing because if you fail to blow your brains out properly, you will be in an infinitely worse situation when you wake up.
There was that guy that shot himself in the face with a shotgun. I remember as a child, and I saw that picture, and he was like doing a thing on like Maury or something. He did like came on like television.
Oh yeah, I think I vaguely remember that. Do you
like
remember? Did you guys ever have to do the DARE program?
Yeah, I had to do DARE.
Do you remember? Did they ever show the video of the guy who got cancer from chewing tobacco and he had no like? Mouth, any like lower portion of his face was just gone.
He was a fucking baseball player, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. He was famous. Like that dude was fucking famous. I remember thinking like he did Big League Chew. And then, like, there was this giant fucking hole, like, right here in his face.
Yeah.
And they showed us, did they show you the pictures of him, like, go over time? Like, how it just fucking grew and basically ate his whole face?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It was like his face was rotting off.
It was awful.
Kind of was.
Yeah, I guess it kind of was. I remember, that probably had, like, a huge effect on me, like, in my ability
to, like... I'd never be able to chew.
I chewed plenty. But, like, I think it was... Sorry. I just didn't like it. But... I think that like that had a big effect on me like with visuals. I really like the look of that kind of shit for horror's sake. I like body horror a lot. Yeah. I think a lot of it probably comes back to seeing that.
Some good Junji Ito or
I hate body horror, but it's only because it's effective.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I mean it depends. Like
no, body horror scares the hell out of me.
Like I like it sometimes, and then other times I can't really stomach it. You know, it depends. I guess. Like I like a lot of Junji Ito stuff, for instance.
Yeah, like I like a lot of that, but it also scares the hell out of me.
Yeah. I like supernatural things a lot of the time, which is funny because I think it's because I'm so jaded about supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
I like going to a world where like
That
no,
stuff's real.
It's just an actual Wendigo, and it's actually scary.
I can't. That's the shit that scares me the most.
I don't know. My favorite's when
My
like
wife is like that. She
when
hates
it's
the supernatural shit.
weirdly mostly normal, but there's just like the faintest, subtlest hint of the supernatural being there.
Mm-hmm. If you do it right, subtlety is a big deal. You know, kind of like the first couple Paranormal Activity movies, where they were a little bit more subtle.
But weirdly enough, I think 40K does a really good job at subtle supernatural elements into its stories.
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember I listened to a couple of 40K horror stories actually.
Yeah,
that were actually really good. Really, you know, they were kind of short, but they were very good.
The best thing is when people can do Tyranids right. You can do Tyranids right, they're so fucking scary.
it's true.
They're so terrifying. That concept. The concept of gene stealers is terrifying.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if that was real, you just want to kill yourself.
You got a lot of good
There's,
potential for that in the 40K universe.
There's that one.
I'm sorry, is the podcast boring you, Will?
Yeah, a little. There's that one famous picture from 40K of a Tyranid invasion where like that one guardsman, like everyone's dead around him. That one guardsman just has the pistol up to his chin.
Yeah, that's such a good picture too. Why did 40K stop being that?
It never stopped being that. What do you
It
mean?
did, I
No,
feel
it
like.
didn't.
It's so
No.
much more like it's so much more Space Marine for the Emperor. Like they don't do much stuff with Imperial Guard anymore.
Oh, well, they never did, man. I mean, that's
Really?
We're just kind of parry chicking. Like you've got to
What'd you say,
remember.
Perry Chicken?
Yeah, we're parry chicken.
Okay.
Uh,
We're Tyler Perry Chicken.
but you got to remember that this is all media from the 80s onwards. So like we're taking media from decades here.
I was listening to people talk about the freebooters.
Okay.
The orc pirates.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's
Why?
Because that's like adding. Because orcs are so silly already.
You don't
like-
think they could be pirates?
No, I just don't think that like the. You know
If
how
they
people
believe
say
they can be pirates, then they can be pirates.
yeah. You know how people say like to make something perfect, you meld two ideas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, orcs are already space and then orc, and then you put pirates in it and it kind of becomes like really
I see
weird.
what you're saying. You're saying it's a hat on top of a hat.
Yeah, it is. It's
Well, orcs
so
would
much.
love that anyways.
They would, but like I feel like if you're
Orcs
going
would
for
literally
that,
put a hat on top of
and
a
they
hat.
do.
but I feel like if an orc's gonna put a hat on top of a hat, you need to make him do it 7 times until it becomes like funny again.
There actually legitimately is an orc pirate who collects hats.
Is there?
Yes.
Holy shit.
That's like
Oh, how's Rogue Trader?
it's a lot of fun. It falls apart in the Act 3 and 4,
Ah, of course it does.
but it's an Owlcat game. They're gonna fix it.
Is it not finished?
No.
Jesus Christ! Of course it's not.
Early
Owlcat
access.
always does this. They release a game and it's not fucking finished. Finish
Every character
your
RPG.
Listen, Owlcat, it's fine. Finish your game. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be finished.
Are there fuckable waifus?
Yeah.
Is there
Nobody
gay
wants-
romance?
Yeah. Well, they're one.
Who?
Dark Eldar. And an asexual Eldar. But it's a she, not a he.
You're telling me that I can't fuck the space wolf? Like the one guy I want to fuck?
I don't know if he's romanceable. I don't think he's romanceable though.
All right,
Marines
never mind.
fuck?
I don't want to. I don't know.
They're
If I,
mods, dude. There'll be mods.
Do Space
he's
Marines
got a good
fuck?
point.
No, they don't.
No,
But
they're celibacy.
I think it's mostly because they don't have the capacity to.
Yeah, they're warrior
Yeah,
priests.
they're like, pumped with a bunch of extra organs and shit. It's like I didn't think.
I mean,
that they
hell,
would-
for all we know, they removed that particular organ to
Yeah, I
make room for
mean-
the other ones.
It's hard to say.
Remove all that sound, Patrick. Sorry about that. Yeah,
Cut
I
out
don't know.
Patrick's audio entirely for the rest of the podcast.
Cut the whole episode, Patrick. Actually, just delete the entire thing.
Cut it off. Cut it off. Let
Cut
it
it
Well,
off.
I think we
Let's
should
burn the
end,
house down and
end it
kill
all
everyone in
on
the
one
neighborhood.
big
Wait, what?
topic, one topic that everyone's been concerned about, who our listeners 100% want us to talk about.
The war in Israel?
For us to review.
No, we
And
talked about that
no,
already.
something
Oh, okay.
far more important, Patrick. The U.S. budget.
Oh my
you
God.
see, the two parties of the U.S., the Republicans and Democrats, have come together and have finally, I think it was Chuck Schumer and Jim Jordan.
Amy Schumer and Jim Jones
have come together and gotten an agreement on the new finalized government budget that they're going to pass, supposedly. And the Republicans got the Democrats to remove $15 million off of their spending bill.
Nice.
So that totals up to $30 million removed total. About the same amount that
a drop in the bucket
that the last speaker got removed.
Yeah, isn't the budget like in the
it is like
billions?
1 point something trillion.
Yeah,
currently.
And our debt just went over 30 trillion for the first time ever.
So, here's the deal.
Eric's so happy about it. Look at the look on his face. He's so happy.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as we can keep making payments.
No, as long as we go to war, it'll be fine.
So, apparently the Republican Party is split on whether they like this or hate this, with the more extreme people being like, it's horrible that he's compromising with the Democrats. We should shut the government down.
Oh my God.
So every political party, they're going to have them extremists who's like, he cannot compromise with the other party. That ain't how politics works. I should be king.
I should
Congress
be the king.
Be permanently in
it's just
gridlock
funny
forever.
how one party seems to do it far more than the other.
I don't know. I have no idea, legitimately.
I do. I keep up with it. I can tell you.
Yeah, I feel like at some point, surely the Democrats were really dick asses about Congress at some point.
Well, the Democrats aren't something to be looked up to a whole lot. That's just
no. They're a bunch of neolibs who get paid out by corporations.
Yeah, this isn't a good guys versus bad guys situation. This is just
fascist against
neolibs.
Holy shit, we've got to vote for the neolibs. God damn it.
Megacorp suits.
Yeah, it really makes you want to just sigh and give up because just like you don't even really vote for people anymore. You just choose which one you hate the most and say, I guess I'll have to vote for the opponent of that guy.
That is what it has turned into.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be an aggressive election year.
Yeah. Dude, it hasn't even started. It has been an aggressive election year and it has not even started. We are literally in January.
Look, the Supreme Court already said by, I think, August, they will have a decision made on whether Trump can be taken off the ballot or not.
Good. Which, by August.
From what I heard, by all accounts, that is at least like 3 times faster than the Supreme Court has ever looked at any case.
I don't doubt that.
Well,
I imagine they think it's very
this one out pretty quick, don't they?
Yeah, they're kind of they got a fire under their ass with this one. Yeah, you know, I went and saw him speak one time.
Fucks.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Oh, you went too?
Yeah, I was with you.
Were you?
Yeah.
My dad went.
No, we were at. Yeah. We were with him at the airport.
Yeah. We went and saw Trump at the airport.
Yeah, he was speaking for Cindy Hyde-Smith, the fucking snake in the grass.
Yeah, that
fucking
lady.
Whore.
That lady is nuts.
Fucking yes, man.
I mean, she's. You want to talk about people in the pocket of corporations?
For real.
Jesus.
Literally just does whatever she gets paid to do.
I'd fuck her.
I'd let her suck my cock.
Eric?
I'd put it in the butt.
Okay, so I think we've
Spit
covered
roasting.
All
All right, Cindy, if you want to come on the podcast, email us at I'll review anything.
It's
the first
anythingcastofficial@gmail.com, Cindy. Please just get in touch with us.
Hey, if you're anything like Lauren Boebert, we'll happily have you on. You know, Lauren Boebert is actually being investigated right now for apparently domestic abuse.
Who is Lauren Boebert?
I'm glad that we live in a progressive...
She is a MAGA Republican who is mostly known for giving her boyfriend a hand job during a theater, vaping in the face of a pregnant woman.
Oh, she's the one that Twitter gets mad at like constantly.
Yeah.
She's
a Colorado senator.
She's like Rage Bait the politician.
Yeah. She's like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah. They're very similar.
What a fucking circus.
Yeah, she's just.
Except
her entire job. Yeah.
I think it depends on your perspective.
I live in this country, so it's kind of alarming most of the time.
If you're in Eastern Europe, dude, you'd think this was hilarious. That's all I'm saying.
I think that also depends on where you're at in Eastern Europe.
That's also true.
You need
to be kind of wiping
you on
some
the
sweat
western
from your brow.
half of Eastern Europe or on the eastern half of Eastern Europe?
I got a friend who I talk to regularly who's in Eastern Europe, and I remember when the Ukraine Russia thing started, he was just like, "Yeah, I won't be surprised if I'm dead within the year." And I was like, "Jesus Christ!"
Yeah.
So, like, currently, right now, the analysts I'm watching are saying that if we don't, thankfully, it looks like the UK and Germany have really stepped up with supplying Ukraine, while the US figures out whether we're going to keep.
UK stepped up to something.
Yeah.
It's like the first time they've done that in 100
Nah,
years.
they do that all the time. What are you talking about?
Last time they did that was India.
Really, it's France, from what I hear, who are dragging their feet about actually helping with the
The
supply.
French would never do that.
But yeah, while we figure out whether we're going to keep doing the Ukraine thing or not, they've stepped up.
Well, I don't think.
But
that,
if we don't, from what I hear, if Russia does win the war in Ukraine, we will be going to war with Russia within 12 years, guaranteed.
why is that?
Because Russian TV is constantly saying we will go to war with NATO, like we will invade the rest of Eastern Europe, and basically the rest of Eastern Europe is in NATO.
Yes.
So, and we're the ones who will have to defend Europe.
Yes.
So,
So television says it, therefore it's real.
no, it's that Russia is an expansionist, imperialistic empire
It's
who won't stop
It's the same thing
when
that
we show them
happened-
that we won't do anything when they keep doing it.
It's the same thing that happened in the past 2 world wars. The alliance system gets into effect. If they, start spearheading a real invasion, how it always works, we ignore the first 2 or 3 countries, and then after they get too
Like,
much land,
Let's
then they
say,
finally start
let's say
pushing
they
up on them.
see what's that fucking country? I can't remember. Okay, well, let's say they see Poland, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of a different country that's smaller than Poland, more north of it, but I can't remember its name.
You're thinking of Estonia.
Yeah. Okay,
That's where
let's-
my friend lives.
Let's say it's Estonia.
Yeah.
And Russia's like, oh, Estonia's small. No one would defend them because the war would be too quick, right? We'd just blitz them. Well, that's not true.
That's not how modern war works, like at all. That's not how that works. I mean, you can't blitz Estonia in modern times.
No,
No.
but
Yeah.
it's Russia. They're
They
idiots.
tried to do
They
it with
tried
the
to
fucking
blitz.
They did. I
They,
know.
they tried to blitz
Do you
Kyiv.
think they'll
They didn't
do
even
that
bother
again
telling your
after
troops.
failing at Ukraine?
What, to try to blitz Kyiv?
Yeah.
No, because Ukraine's too defended now.
No, I mean, like, do you think that they would try to blitz another nation
Oh,
after failing to
um,
blitz one only 10 years prior?
Yes,
That would be the ballsiest move. The ballsiest move.
I think they
I don't
would.
think Putin's
And
getting any less crazy.
but
He'll be dead in 12 years.
Yeah, well,
didn't
you're
matter.
talking about 10 years.
But, I'm just saying, like, if we don't fucking help Ukraine win, we're going to be at war with Russia.
Who's
It's guaranteed.
Who's going to succeed Putin? Are they going to have a? Did they do
Nobody
an election?
knows. Like, there's no real clear like.
He hasn't really allowed for
Yeah.
any strong rivals to exist.
Yeah, they fall out of windows.
At best, we can look at like who his current favorite group of people he's putting against each other are. Like, who would probably be the top leaders in the eventual Russian civil war?
The head of the defenestration committee.
I mean,
Yeah.
as much as I hate Russian politics, I do have to say Putin is obviously a very strong leader.
Oh well, yeah, he's a strong man.
Goddamn, he has kept that shit together when everybody thought it would not work.
I would honestly be surprised if we don't see a small, at the very least, a small like skirmish like activity when Putin dies.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be some
Yeah.
sort of like coup. There's no way
It was
they won't.
almost a coup like
Like
a
last
year.
year.
Ago, yeah.
Yeah,
Where that fucking
Eric was
general-
there. I saw you on TV.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was
Don't accuse them of that. They are actually investigating people.
They're actually investigating Eric.
I don't know if are they investigating you, Eric?
No. The coup in Russia. That
Oh,
that
not-
mercenary general dude.
Not
Not
that
that
coup that happened
Not that
a
coup.
year and 2 days ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
not
that
that
one.
coup.
Not that one.
That thing
You were
was
that. You were
definitely
at that
a coup.
one, but Eric was at the one in Russia.
If I get a call from the FBI, I'll kill you.
It's okay. I was there with you.
Yeah, no, I
It's
thought
all
you were
right.
accusing me of being.
In the building.
Yeah. I
In Nancy
remember we
Pelosi's
were
office.
saying
Yeah, do you want the CIA
hang
or the
hang
fucking
something. We were shouting hang something. That's all I really remember.
I do remember buying a bunch of lumber from like Home Depot. While we were
Yeah,
there.
yeah. You had that rope. I don't remember what that deal was.
I don't remember why you kept building the
We were
gallows.
so drunk. We were so drunk, dude.
Just a couple Mississippi boys building some gallows.
I mean, that's just our pastime
That's
here.
our culture.
That's our culture.
You start like connecting the ropes up together, and that turns out you're just making like the walls of a barn or something. Just like what did you think we were doing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
oh.
just like no, it's a farming community. There's you step outside of the
100%. It's supposed to be a farming community. We're not anymore though.
What, here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have school.
censor that.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I guess,
yeah.
I guess we'll
not mention
censor it.
exactly where
I know
we
tons
are.
of people who went to the ag school.
I mean, they don't know our address.
There's lots of
Are they gonna
It wouldn't be hard.
Are they going to
Mississippi.
roam the streets?
It wouldn't be hard here.
All 100,000 people who viewed this.
Yeah.
Well, lots of small towns in Mississippi, regardless, have a history of a farming community, even though they aren't necessarily that anymore. There's almost always crops somewhere and barns with barn animals.
Everything's a retirement community here too, because they get tax breaks. If you're like a quote unquote retirement community, and the federal
We can't
government
help
says you're a
but
retirement
be a
community,
retirement community.
I know.
We're bleeding out 80% of our people.
yeah. But at the
It's
same
mostly
time,
young people.
it's a
actually a
huge
problem
tax break
'cause,
currently.
churches are actually dying because young people don't stay, and the ones that do don't go to church.
Time to go around the table. Do we stand organized religion? Eric, go.
Do we stand organized religion, Eric? Do you support the Pope? This will be on the test.
No, generally organized religion seems to be.
Eric, happy that
kinda
religion is
crappy.
dying. Go.
I can totally respect most religions, though.
No,
Except
I don't like
Scientologists.
organized religion.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I like organized
Hey,
religion.
I can get
another thing
around
we are
with-
on the podcast. We're the luxurious hair, non-organized religion, Nazi adjacent, far right
Don't-
extremist podcast.
We're gonna
that
get
was
somebody
there at
fired. You're gonna get
January
someone
6th.
fired.
Yeah, don't.
They're gonna have to show us to HR. Come on.
Pictures of us.
What do you think the HR lady thought about?
She was probably
Probably
like,
just thought it was
Do
dumb.
you think she looked us up later when she got home? Hey, HR.
"Hey, HR
Hey,
lady,
Jar! Wow, I can't believe it.
wow, we're so famous.
Yeah.
We're so rich
Yeah.
and famous."
No, we're just a bunch of fucking weirdo redneck chuckle fucks out in fucking Mississippi.
He is.
No.
Email me, HR lady. We'll talk. You and me. You and me, baby. I'll send you some pictures. We'll get this ball rolling.
Fair enough. Well, he will. I will go back to my house.
But
and
she can
hide
go
with
the
my
way of
animals.
Cindy Hyde Smith. She'll, we'll
Yep.
split her three ways.
Fucked to death by a rampaging gang of podcasters.
Oh, that's what Mel Gibson
Oh,
said.
my
I remember
gosh.
that one.
Yeah.
He was yelling at the lady. He said,
I'm
"I
gonna
hope you
get
get
by
raped to
unde-
death by a pack of podcasters."
Yeah, by a pack of
of
undomesticated podcasters.
undomesticated podcasters.
yeah. I think he used a different word. I can't remember what it was.
Well, there are quite a few words for podcasters. Anyways, this has been the I'll discuss it. Well, no, it's not anymore, is it?
No.
This has been
It's not.
AnythingCast.
That's the first time you
Yeah,
flubbed
It
that
is.
one.
It's the first time I
retard.
fucked it up.
Yeah. Wow.
Man, being right wing's really getting to me.
Yeah.
This has been
Hey, whoa.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
This has been the Anything Cast.
I'm
Will.
Patrick.
I'm Will.